It's amazing to be here to able to say that I'm on his left. You know, here's the issue. There's two things here. There is spending, and there is raising revenue. And I've pretty much made it my life's work, the purpose of this book, to debunk the theory that you raise tax rates to raise revenues. That is false. It did not work in 1916. It did not work in 1932. It did not work under Truman. It did not work under Eisenhower. It did not work under Pete Wilson. It is historical fact, not politics, that when you raise tax rates over time, you wind up with less money, not more. This is not my idea. John Maynard Keynes, liberal lion, said that high tax rates defeat their own purpose. JFK said that we need to cut tax rates to reinvigorate the economy and raise revenues. Ronald Reagan said the same thing. I'm thinking that if John Maynard Keynes, JFK, and Ronald Reagan can be on the same place and the same issue, it is not politics, it is economics. Here is the reality. California is the 48th worst business environment. It is 6th in the nation in highest taxes. We are chasing jobs away. The road to recovery includes some of the reforms that Abel has been talking about, but we have to make California job-friendly again. We now have a revenue problem. 3 years ago, we were up in the 120 in revenues. Now we're in the mid-80s because we have killed off the economy nationally and locally. So part of the answer is not, do we raise tax rates? That's never the answer. If you want to raise revenues, you have to create an environment where business and communities can succeed by creating a low-tax environment that raises more revenues than a high-tax environment. So I am not against increased government revenues. I just think we have to once and for all come to an understanding that the best way to raise revenues over time is to create a job-friendly environment. I am all for that. Abel, you participated in that when you helped reform workers' comp. Let's keep doing that. That'll solve the budget crisis over time.
But Tom, let me ask you this, because you're talking about, you know, we need to talk about this and we need to come to an agreement. When Senator Maldonado took his position in February, he was excoriated by his own party. In fact, as you know, the John and Kid websites are out there, had his head on a stick. There's websites, never elect Abel Maldonado or anything. How does that help the Republican Party in California? Because you were critical of him yourself.
Actually, I was critical a long time ago of Abel on the minimum wage. I am critical of Republicans that do not articulate the historical fact that lower rates result in higher revenue and higher rates result in lower revenue. This is just a disagreement I have. And if we cannot reach Americans to get this understanding, it is no small irony that Eastern European countries are growing faster than we are with lower flat taxes. So
but
the reality is, does it help that Republicans are fighting each other? No, just as it's not helping Karen Bass right now to have the unions fighting with her. But I'm not in politics simply so that the Republican Party can succeed. I am more concerned with long-term public policy, and it is absolutely false notion that you raise tax rates to get more money. It is false. We need to come to that historical understanding, and then we can debate the other issues.